Hey guys, TommyBryson here, and today I'm going to tell you exactly why I never use 0% interest. And by the way, I've only used it twice, and I'll tell you why I would never do it again. And before you say, Tommy, I know why. You were irresponsible, you got burned, and that's not my fault. So basically, I'm not gonna listen to this video. Or basically, hey Tommy, no, I agree with you. It's actually bad. Don't do it, okay? Not a good idea. But overall, I'm just mad. You know, I'm very lucky. Everything went well for me. But in reality, something did not go well for someone that actually knows they're going to be charged a ton of interest without knowing exactly why. In this video, I'll tell you everything. And by the way, this is my fiance's mom that's basically going to be charged a ton of money in interest because basically they did not clarify everything when it came to whatever she actually bought, okay? Tommy, why didn't you tell her? The answer is I did not know about it. So that's why I did not tell her about it. Now, however, guys, if you guys are new here, I post videos every single day. So you should also subscribe, hit the bell to get notified, on top of that also destroying the like button. For the YouTube algorithm, you guys know what's up, right? Now, the very first thing is this, guys, okay? There's a difference between basically 0% APR, promotional, and also 0% deferred interest. There is a massive difference, but they don't tell you. Difference is that basically with the 0% APR promotion, hey, if I buy some headphones, if I buy an iPhone, if I buy a laptop, computer, whatever it is, well, I have 18 months to pay it off in full, no interest. But even then, if I don't pay it off in full in those 18 months, guess what? They'll charge me interest, yes, but that's only on the balance. However, deferred interest is different because all while you're not having to pay interest, they're still charging you interest in the background. And guess what? It keeps compounding and compounding and compounding. So the same headphones you bought, the phone, the laptop, guess what? At the end of those 18 months, you also have, for example, a bunch of interest accrued. And on top of that, you're going to be charged interest on top of that also, all at once. And that's the crazy thing. Now, the big idea is this, guys. They don't always make things clear on how it actually works, okay? Because basically, the idea is, hey, we're going to give you the best customer service. You're going to come here. Everything's going to be fine. However, let me tell you exactly why I'm mad here. My fiance's mom, right? She went to a store. Of course, I won't say what store, but let's just say this store is a big store. Everyone knows about it, okay? And they had this promotion, okay? The promotion is right here. You get 4 to 6 months to pay off whatever you're buying, usually furniture. And on top of that, you need no credit. And also, no interest is going to be charged. So this sounds great. But my fiance's mom goes ahead and says, okay, this is a great deal. Okay, by the way, this lady can barely speak English and knows very little about finance. And by the way, when she's at the store, they're giving her the best customer service ever. So what does she think? Hey, everything is fine here. I can trust these people. And on top of that, she brought her 16-year-old daughter to help translate. That way she can at least understand exactly what's going on here. So the store tells the 16-year-old, yeah, don't worry. She'll have 4 to 6 months, well, 6 months to pay it off interest-free, and then she'll be good to go. Okay, and on top of that, it's gonna be low payments. She says, no. I don't want low payments. I want to make sure I don't get charged interest. So please set up so basically the card gets charged the exact amount every month. So that way in 6 months, I'm done paying it in full. So you see, she's not irresponsible. However, what she did not know was this. It was actually called deferred interest. So in those 6 months, it was still being charged interest. But Tommy, if she paid off in full in 6 months, there's no problem, no interest. However, what they don't tell you is this. The day you buy whatever you're buying, that's when the clock starts ticking, not when you actually get your first statement. That's usually how it works. So although she paid it off in full in those 6 months because she set it on auto pay, guess what happened? Next month, she's got a statement saying, hey, yeah, you owe us this much in interest, between $400 to $500 in just 6 months. That's how crazy, well, $300 to $400 in just 6 months. That's how crazy this is. She calls back and say, hey, but I paid it off in full. Yeah, I'm sorry, but it actually started the day you bought it. So yeah, you actually didn't pay it off in full on time, but she had no idea about it. So that's how tricky these people can actually be. And you probably wouldn't know it either, right? Now, for me, I got very lucky. I bought a MacBook a MacBook Pro, 3K, same idea, deferred interest. I just happen to be lucky to pay it off in full on time and not be charged all that interest. On top of that, this black thing right here is actually a mattress. It's my mattress. I bought this mattress for way too much money, by the way, from a company that you guys probably know about, Mattress. I won't say the end of the name. I don't want to get sued. I don't want to get sued, okay? But overall, I bought this mattress. And they said, hey, Tommy, we're going to give you 3 years to pay it off interest-free. Also, deferred interest. However, I was very lucky, okay? Again, the clock started when I bought it, not when I got the first statement. And they set it up for me saying, hey, Tommy, you'll pay $47 over 3 years, and you'll be done in full by those 3 years. How awesome is that? Low payments, no interest. However, I was lucky. I paid it off 5 months before that deadline, because in reality, that deadline would have not been the real deadline. And in reality, I would have been charged all that interest across 3 years, all at once. That's how crazy this actually is. So you want to be very, very careful. I know you think you're smart, you know what you're doing, but if someone is not playing the hand correctly and not being honest with you, it doesn't matter how smart you are, they're going to trick you and finesse the heck out of you. Be very, very careful with deferred interest, and this is zero APR interest you see, for example, on a credit card and so on, okay? Be very, very, very careful. Now, the second reason I don't do 0% finance is basically because it makes it seem in your head that you can afford something that you really can't afford. Because if I go to a store and I'm like, I want to buy this, but I don't have enough cash, guess what? I can't afford it. If I go to a store, well, maybe a dealership, and I want to buy a car, hey, you can't afford this car, obviously, but you can afford it over the past 5 years or whatever. Oh, yeah, I can afford that, right? The answer is usually you're going to spend more money when you're doing this whole 0% interest thing. And that's why I also don't do it. If you cannot afford something in cash, just don't do it. On top of that, you're probably saying, Tommy, but if I can't afford it, why not invest that money and just basically play this game? The answer is, it's not a game I want to play, and I'm not interested in playing with those people. That's the whole idea. If I would have thought, hey, you know what, Tommy, do you want to buy a mattress that costs you around over $1,000? Insane, I know. The answer was going to be, hey, I can afford it over 3 years, no problem, right? Just $47. Like, why not? Okay, no big deal. But what if I said, no, I can't afford that. Let me go to Amazon and find the same mattress. Mattresses are so overpriced, by the way, for around $300 or $250 or $400. Pay cash rate, you're done, no problem, that's it. Be very careful spending much more money, because basically they're gonna give you 6 to 12 to 18 months, sometimes 24, sometimes even 36 months to pay it off interest-free. But if you're not careful, they will charge you all that interest back at once. And by the way, you might say, Tommy, but I'm going to pay it off 100%, right? Might happen, might not happen. But overall, usually, in the margins, they include that. Because guess what? Things like beds and furniture, they're very overpriced. So if you think you're not making money, or they're not making money, they are making money when you buy that, because the margins are so crazy. Now, the third thing, guys, is this. Although you might think that you're special, just like I thought I was special, I'm going to pay it off in full, right? Everything's going to be fine. But then I lost my job, but I still paid it off. I got lucky. But overall, around 88% of people that buy things with 0% financing are not going to pay it off on time. And guess what? Companies know this. They have this data. And you might say, Tommy, no, but I'm a part of that 12%. You might think so, but most likely you're not. Because although you might say, I'm going to pay it off in full, what happens if you lose your job and now you can't afford to pay it off in full? And now you have all this interest being charged to you retroactively. It is a full-blown nightmare, and that is not what I want for you. Now, overall, guys, my idea is this. My opinion is this. What I focus on today is basically, if I want to buy something, I buy it with cash. Meaning, when I'm letting go at, for example, maybe just $5 or $20, does not matter. I'm going to think about it 5 times, right? Because letting go of this money is going to hurt me. But if I put on a payment plan, oh, it's just $47 over 3 years, no big deal. Oh, who cares, right? No, it matters a lot. So overall, the answer is, you want to be careful. Don't play these games. And on top of that, you want to buy something, just pay for it in cash, and then just focus on, hey, I paid for this in cash, great. But focus on going out there and investing your money instead of trying to play the games with these companies, these credit card companies, also the dealerships. They're going to make money either way. They're big conglomerates. They put billions of dollars into this stuff, and usually they're going to win. It makes no sense to say, hey, I'm going to pay this off over 12 months. I can't really afford it. No credit needed. These are all just buzzwords, okay? Low payment, no credit needed, 8 months interest free. All buzzwords to make it a lot easier for you to go out there and basically buy whatever they're selling. Don't buy. Just buy what you can afford and focus on basically just investing. That's the core idea, and that's what I practice today. Everything I buy, I pay for it in cash, and that's it. Done, donezo, and I just focus on investing. That's the whole idea here, guys. But guys, overall, comment down below a story that you have, for example, with APR, deferred interest. What do you think about that, okay? Isn't it crazy how they're able to do that legally? It starts in the day of, not the day of the statement, but they don't tell you, of course. It's in the fine print, but it's in English, and the lady does not even speak English. That's how crazy this is, okay? So you want to be very, very careful with this. Guys, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. As always, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified. On top of, if you want to text me, talk to me one-on-one, join my Patreon, link down below, or send me a DM on Instagram at TommyBryson. And before I go, if you want to watch another video, okay, and how to do balance transfers and so on with credit cards to basically avoid interest the right way in a sense, here's that video right here, and click my face right here. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. And as always, peace. And by the way, I will be fighting to get that interest waive when it comes to my fiance's mom.